ladies. You guys have come to the ending of your hiring training here at the GSU Clinic. Today we're going to talk about cultural diversity. In the healthcare field, it's good to have cultural diversity. You deal with a lot of different patients that come through in and out of the doors at the GSU Clinic. Here at the GSU Clinic, we pride ourselves on being conscious about cultural diversity. Cultural diversity is defined as not ignoring or people's cultures, but trying to maintain it and value it. So today we're going to watch a video on cultural diversity. You guys are able to take notes because I will be asking questions towards the end of what you've taken away from the different scenarios that will be covered in the videos.
Oh, that's good. How was yours? That's good. Looks like we have a big one today.
Hi, how can I help you?
Hi, I'm here for a 9:30 appointment.
Okay. I'm going to need you to sign in right here.
Okay.
I'm going to need your ID and your public aid card.
I don't have public aid.
Oh, well then you don't have any insurance?
No, I have insurance. It's not public aid.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty positive.
Okay.
I pay for it every 2 weeks out of my check.
That's okay.
What was it that I needed again? My ID and...
Your ID and your insurance card.
Okay. Oh, it's so much trying to get around this crutch.
I thought you said you had insurance, ma'am.
I do.
Well, where is it?
I'm looking for it. Give me a minute, please.
Don't you hate when people act like they have insurance and they don't? When we know, you know. Black
Here's
people
mine.
don't have insurance.
Here's my insurance card.
I mean, I'm black, but, you know, I have insurance, so. What is this, your what?
My insurance card.
Can you run that?
Yeah, sure.
Here's mine.
Okay.
Found on the second to last page.
Okay, so you weren't lying. You actually do have insurance. A little surprising, but your copay is going to be $20. Do
Okay.
you need us to bill you because you don't have any money or?
No, do you take debit card?
No, we don't.
No? Okay, I have cash. Hold on. Here you go.
As you can see in this scenario, the clerk automatically assumes the patient doesn't have insurance because she is black. According to the 2009 U.S. Census Bureau, African Americans make up approximately 16% of the uninsured, while the other 84% is comprised of Asians, Hispanics, and non-Hispanic whites. Take a look at the next scenario and see how that one goes.
Okay, ma'am, you can have a seat. The doctor will be with you shortly.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, honey. How are you? I'm okay. How are you? Good. What brings you in today? Your arthritis appointment, sweet child?
No, I actually have a sore throat.
Okay, so it's the hip then?
No,
it's
I
okay,
have a
boo.
sore-
We'll just,
I have a
could you
sore
just get
throat.
her a wheelchair?
Ma'am, all old people have hip problems. It's okay. We
I-
see it all the
my
time.
hip is okay.
We see it all the time.
It's okay. You're really, honey, you could just, sweetheart, you could have a seat.
I don't.
Have a seat, honey.
I'm just here for a sore throat. There's nothing wrong with my hip. It's fine.
Now,
I'm
you
still
know you
working.
have arthritis in that hip.
No, I'm okay right now. It's
Okay.
just my
Oh,
throat.
okay,
My throat is
okay,
just-
darling. Well,
It's not.
oh, okay, sweetheart. So, what doctor are you here to see today, honey?
Dr. Marcotte, I can hear you. I don't know why.
Oh, okay. For the arthritis, right?
No, sore throat.
Sore throat. Okay. Can I see your Medicare card, darling?
I don't have Medicare. I work, so I have
All old
insurance.
people have Medicare. Don't be ashamed.
No,
That's
I
okay.
actually work in a nursing home. I
That's so
interphone.
sweet. She's in a nursing
You
home.
volunteered there, or are you on the payroll?
I'm
There's
on the
a difference.
payroll. I work there. I have an insurance card there.
What is that?
What insurance is that?
Blue Cross Blue Sword. Cross Blue Shield.
Oh, okay, so
It's
it's,
through
I mean,
the
it's
nursing
silly
home that I work at. I answer
that
phones
she's
there.
in.
But I can't really answer phones right now because my voice
Oh, okay,
has sore throat.
yeah, well, I mean, if you just want to have a seat, because your hip's probably going to start bothering you soon, honey, it's really
No,
okay.
it's okay.
Let me just do this. I'm so used to old people having Medicare, you know.
Yeah, well, some people still work like me, you know, we all can't be on that Medicare.
It's okay, sweetheart. It's really okay. So it looks like that your copay is going to be $11. Now, honey, that's a 10 and a 1, and we don't take checks.
Well,
a lot of older people still write checks.
I'm not writing checks today, you know, I handle cash, so I understand a 10 and a 1. Here's my $11, can I have a receipt for that?
You sure can, so you can log it. That's fine, honey.
The current life expectancy in America is 78.2 years. According to Administration on Aging statistics in 2009, there were 6.7 million Americans over the age of 65 actively in the job force. That means actively working or actively seeking employment. Elder speak is the sweet belittling form of addressing elders. In a 2002 Yale University study, little insults can lead to more negative images of aging. And those who have more negative images of aging have worse functional health over time, including lower rates of survival.
Okay, honey, so we'll just take that, and here's your insurance card. If you just, I mean, if you really want to have a seat in the wheelchair, we'll get you back to the room. And I'll let them know that they can take a look at your hip as well as your sore throat. Okay,
It's
honey?
just my throat, so
Okay.
I'm gonna go sit down.
Oh, okay, darling, you just go ahead and do that.
We here at the GSU Clinic abide by all anti-discrimination laws. We believe in our mission statement and proudly follow it. We have one last fact for you.
Did you like the video?
It was informative.
Okay.
Good.
A little
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, it
you
was kind of funny, but kind of surprising at the same time if people are gonna act like that.
It does. So, let's go with scenario 1. What did you get out of that? What would you do differently?
Well, in scenario 1, I found a lot of things that the clerk, was doing wrong. For starters, she assumed that just because the patient was black, that she didn't have any insurance, she didn't have any money to pay her copay. She was rushing the patient, she was getting frustrated because the patient was taking so long trying to find her ID. All of these things can be offensive. And once you've offended the patient, there's pretty much no way of knowing what that patient would do next. For instance, they could leave and tell everybody that would listen how horrible GSU Clinic is.
Right.
And once they damage your reputation, that can be a snowball effect.
Right.
It can also damage, productivity within your business and also morale. And you could clearly see in the video how the first clerk's behavior started to rub off on the second clerk's behavior. I just think that in healthcare settings, it's important that we are culturally sensitive.
Okay, so what is your definition of culture?
It's the quality of being aware of different cultures and different feelings and things like that. And I think it's important to know that culture just doesn't relate to foreign language and race. Culture also pertains to profession, socioeconomic status, gender, age. And you can see, like, even in the second example, that was a great, example of that.
Okay, let's go with scenario 2. So, what would you do differently in scenario 2?
Well, you should never assume that an elder person is hard of hearing. Do not belittle them with the terms of endearment. They find it really offensive and humiliating. You should never assume that an elder patient is unemployed, automatically on Medicare, or incapable of thinking or acting on their own. And you should also have just general respect for an elder as well as anyone else.
Okay, so what else did you get from the video?
Well, I think with the fastest growing population being the retiring baby boomers, more and more individuals will be seeking the attention of medical professionals. And it's also very important that healthcare organizations are culturally competent. If an organization is lacking cultural competence, it will greatly impact the morale, the profitability, and also the patients. And in a scenario with the older patient, she was being spoken to like a child, and many older people don't appreciate that, and they find it belittling and humiliating. We learned from our classroom training prior to the video that one should never assume that an older individual is in poor health by assuming, oh, you're hip, you know, you have that arthritis, sit down. That's just not right. When an individual is made to feel less of a person, they're going to tell their friends and family that how horrible that GSU clinic was and that they're not going to refer anybody there and just talk about how bad it is. And then in turn, the organization, GSU Clinic, they'll see a decrease in patients, which also decrease their revenue and pretty much their bottom line.
Okay, very good. Well, this is completing your hiring process and training. Let's get to work, ladies.